For moving around the board, what you're going to do is you're going to roll one die and you're going to add 5 to it. Now each of your characters, your male assistant, female assistant, and your doctor, they're all going to get that same amount. You may move together or you may move apart. Let's say that you're all going to move together. I've rolled a 2, so your move is 7. So we're going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we move Vladimir's character 7 spaces. The blue cobblestone with an arrow is just a cobblestone. You are not considered in the castle or the building if you are on that stone. Because they're traveling all together, the easiest thing to do is just to take the doctor and Zuzana and put them on Vladimir's card to show that they're all together. The advantage to traveling together is that you don't have to worry about your vice shops. The doctor will stop any of his assistants from going in a vice shop. You don't even have to roll. And the male and female assistants together will stop each other from going in, even if they have the same vice. Traveling together is fine, but what you have to remember is that if this doctor has 8 gold, and he wants Zuzana to go and get some supplies, he has to pass that money to Zuzana before they split. Otherwise she has to go and meet up with him again to get money passed to her. To signify this, just take 6 of the gold, put it on Zuzana's card. Now she's got it. The only thing about that is that once you give money to an assistant, you never get it back, and you cannot use it to pay them for assembling the monster. If any character, in this case Svetlana, finishes their move on a bridge, that's allowed. Bridges are considered the same as any regular space. If Vladimir then later also wants to finish his turn on the bridge, simultaneous occupation of the bridge is fine. They may decide to fight, or they may be peaceful. We'll cover confrontations in part 6. Now you may cut short travel if you wish. For example, if Vladimir rolled a 5 for movement, he's got 10 movement, but only wants to go into the zoo, he can move the 4 spaces into the zoo. He can finish his movement there. If you interrupt your movement to buy a body part, or to buy supplies, or to have money passed to you, then you've interrupted your movement, and that's the end of your movement. You cannot resume moving after that. If Hans is traveling alone, and he's carrying a body part, he has to watch out for his vice shops. Now his vice is sausage. He likes it to the tune of 2. So when he's moving back towards the Yellow Castle, he's going to come across this red cobblestone with a sausage vice shop next to it. Now what he's going to do is he's going to continue on his move, and then he's going to check to see if he has to go back and enter that vice shop. So he's going to roll on one die. If he rolls a 1 or a 2, there's a 1 for him. He fails his vice roll, and so he's going to go into the shop, and his body part is going to go to the morgue. If it's a fresh body part, it can be bought again for the regular bribe. If it's a not so fresh body part, you require a bribe of 1. And if it's a gorilla body part, it's going to go to the zoo and you can buy it again for its regular price. If Hans had any money with him, he spends it all on sausages and it goes all to the bank. And on Hans's next turn, he can take the die, roll again, and probably go back to the center of town, starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Because Hans went into his vice shop, if the sausage vice card is available, he can take it. And so the next time that he fails a vice roll and goes into a vice shop, he can use that as a get-out-of-jail-free type of a card. He just needs to return it to the side of the board. Now you may think to have all of your characters travel together all the time to avoid vice shops all the time. The problem with that is that while the male assistants are carrying body parts, the doctors cannot be seen with them, and the females won't be seen with them. So the male assistants are on their own.